Alrighty, Reaper crew. This is going to be the draft for the officers and enforcers. Unfortunately, the graphic to the right still shows Tricky on there, and as everyone knows, Tricky unfortunately left this week. But just want everybody to know that Tricky did make this spreadsheet for me and has worked with me up till late last night to get this to work perfectly. So what it does is it's just an Excel spreadsheet that's going to randomly draw names from the list on the left, called the draft pool, to Raw, SmackDown, ECW, or NWO. What we're going to do is I'm just going to start drawing from the Raw brand and we'll move over. So what will happen is I believe Raw will get one extra person, and that will mean that when we do jump into the draft for the basic team members, SmackDown will then start with the number one pick. Of course, the number one pick doesn't really matter due to the fact that this is all random drawing and we're not doing a pick based off of performance. So, with no more further ado, we will do the first pick, which will be for Raw, which will go to Danger Dave. And he will get, as the first pick in the draft of the officers and enforcers, Grim Reaper. Reaper and Balzac, as being officers and enforcers, unfortunately are not partaking in this, as the four of us, myself, Dave, Burzum, and Big Block. So both Grim Reaper and Balzac are going to be part of the draft. So first member of the draft, number one pick, Grim Reaper. I'm going to move over to SmackDown, which is, of course, going to be Big Block now, and Big Block is going to get J-Rock. So J-Rock is going to end up being on Team SmackDown. Team ECW, which is going to be me, is going to get Blow Jackson. Welcome to Team ECW. Burzum, with the fourth pick of the first round, is going to end up with KKR 666666. So after the first round, Raw got Grim Reaper, SmackDown J-Rock, ECW Blow, and NWO got KKR 666666. So now we're going to jump into the second round. The Raw brand for the second round, first pick, is going to get Magaines. Now if I do butcher your guys' names, I apologize. That's not my goal, but I do guarantee when I do the full draft, I will probably butcher a bunch of the fucking names. So just please expect that. So Magaines, first round, number one pick in the second round for the Raw brand. SmackDown brand, what we're going to get is JD Nash. JD Nash joining J-Rock in the SmackDown brand as the number two pick in the second round. Joining Team ECW, Balzac. Balzac will be joining ECW with Blow. And the final pick of the second round going to the NWO is Tho Stopper joining Burzum's team with KKR 666. So the second round of the draft started off with Raw getting Magaines, SmackDown getting JD Nash, ECW getting Balzac, and Tho Stopper going to the NWO. Let's move on to round three. It's going to be the Raw brand's going to select again, and the first pick of the third round is going to go to APOC. APOC, welcome to Raw. Dave got APOC. SmackDown, going to go to Big Block's team, is Black Eye Die. So SmackDown team is getting some big hitters with Black Eye and J-Rock putting up some big feud numbers. So right now that looks like that's the team to beat. ECW is going to get the Beast 81111. So we're going to have a lot of fun over here on the ECW brand. Welcome, Beast. Glad to have you here. And then the final pick of the third round going to the NWO is going to be Studio 5. So Studio, you are the last pick of the third round. So third round, Raw got Apox, SmackDown got Black Eye Die, ECW got the Beast, and NWO got Studio 5. Of course, Raw will get this last pick. Sorry you had to be last, baby mama, but that's where you end up. It's not based off of anything. It's just based off of a random draw. So the goal is sometime Sunday we want to draw the rest of the faction. I'm going to do the same way. It does take a little time to get the sheet loaded up, and I have to make some of the lines bigger, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Welcome to your teams. I'm sure your commissioners will touch base with all of you guys, and I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later.